Hey guys, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we have just rested. So this is going to be the second part of our journey across to Belarus. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the name of the place we're going to, because there's not a chance I'll get that right. Metislav, don't know. We're taking 25 tons of gravel, 45,000 reward for this job, hopefully. And we've just rested. And we're now going to do part 2 of the journey, and this should get us to the ferry, hopefully. With a bit of luck, the rest on the ferry will give us a full 11 hours the other side to complete the journey. So that's the idea. So we're going across Sweden to the ferry. So let's see if we can make some progress and get to that ferry with a bit of luck. One of these quite narrow lanes again. Gets a bit better now, movements on that side again, so we're speeding slightly, so I'm just enabling the cruise control. It's been a nice journey so far, through some really nice scenery, and I can only assume that's going to continue. I do love the scenery in Euro Truck. I mean, it makes it so relaxing driving around. It's gorgeous. There we go. Try concentrating on looking at the road instead of the scenery for a minute there. It's hard not to look at the scenery as you drive along because it is so good, really. So anyway, hopefully this journey is going to continue as smoothly as it's gone so far, because it has been okay up until now. And as I say, 45,000 reward, we'll be getting on towards about 90k. Of course, we've got a better truck now than the first one we had, and we have no loan, because we traded in our previous truck. We didn't need a loan to get this one, so that was good. Financially, we're doing okay. Speed limit suddenly changed on me there, but okay, so yeah, this should be pretty straightforward, really. I hope. Across to the ferry on this section. Next section from the ferry down to our destination, which hopefully will be done comfortably within the 11-hour driving time we'll have. The ferry will count as rest time, of course, so we should have a full 11 hours when we get the other side, or at least that's the theory. Oh dear, that won't help. We don't want to do things like that. We've avoided major repair bills up until now, so again, I was looking at the scenery instead of where I was going, which is always a favourite thing to do, I know. So I don't know how you guys feel about this journey, or what you might like to see. We're progressing with the map. I mean, we are making progress. We have, of course, got installed Promods, Rusmap, Project Balkans, and Russian Open Spaces. There's 4 map extensions installed on this particular profile, which makes the map about as big as I think I'm likely to get it. There is that southern region one which also should work, I think, but I can't find a 1.27 version for it, because we are on 1.27 of Euro, version 1.27 of Euro Truck now. So yeah, I need a version that's compatible 1.27, and I haven't seen it, I have to confess. I might have to try and see if I can find it and test it a bit offline and see if we can confirm that will also work, and that might add even more to the map. So I think we're doing quite well with the size of the map now. I mean, we've got it extended probably as much as we need to, but southern region, if it works, why not, I suppose. I do like to have as much as possible to go at personally. Yeah, I know the vanilla game with the 3 DLCs, Going East, Scandinavia and Vive la France, the newest one, they add quite a lot to it. I would like to see sort of the rest of Italy, Spain, Portugal, all that sort of area. That's an area I'd like to get included somehow. I'm not sure if Southern Region gives that, or quite what it gives, to be frankly honest. So I'll have a look and see if I can track down a 1.27 version. I have to bear in mind the last time I updated the maps, because the game world has changed, it parks you somewhere safe, and it chose to park me all the way back in Cambridge. So the danger is we could end up back in Cambridge again. Not that that's the end of the world. I mean, we can easily start from there and go back out again. You do have to bear in mind that might be the case when you change the game world again. Because a change to the game world does tend to mean that you'll cancel the current job you're on, if you are on a job. So I tend to try and do it when I'm not, obviously. And it says it will park you somewhere safe, and it seems to choose your garage, which for me is back in Cambridge. Well, so be it. I mean, that wouldn't be the end of the world. It's just a case of if we can get Southern Region implemented as well. There's a fuel station there, but we don't need fuel. We're on half a tank. But probably once we've crossed the ferry, I think once we're the other side of the ferry crossing, then we probably will be looking for fuel somewhere, I would guess. We're going to need to fill up at some point, so that would be a logical sort of time when we might do it. Now, Stockholm is still straight on. I guess that's the way we've got to head. I think the ferry port is Ventspils. Ventspils. I guess that's pronounced Ventspils, but could be wrong. But Karlstad's discovered. So that's another city discovered as we drive by, which is all to the good. The good thing about discovering cities is it's another place that you can start jobs from, so you check the job market. If you're fairly close by and there's a really, really attractive job there, then you can always pick that up. If you haven't discovered the city, then you've got to drive to it first, discover it before you can take any jobs there. Bergmotet. I'm sure I'm pronouncing half these things wrong. I must be, but there you go. I sort of pronounce them almost phonetically the way I see it spelled. Think, okay, do my best, but I'm sure I get some of them, and potentially a lot of them, wrong. Stockholm, Kristiansand, I guess there's not really much I can get wrong with those. So Kristiansand is a ferry port as well, I think. Can't do any damage while looking at the scenery this time. These lanes are running out, so just need to move out. The AI's been behaving itself pretty well. AI being AI, it's not been so bad, to be honest. It does seem much better than when I first experienced Euro Truck Simulator 2, if I remember, because at that point, well, they were driving into you here, there and everywhere. It was hard to avoid repair bills all the time then, but no, now it doesn't seem so bad. So have to bully them sometimes if you want to change lane. But a lot of the times if you indicate, they do seem now to sort of let you move out, which is much better than it used to be, certainly. It's not a bad day. I can't say it's beautiful weather, cloudy, but quite nice. 11 o'clock in the morning, so at least we've got daylight for this journey. So I know it's better for you guys, so pleased about that. And you get to see more of the scenery when it's daylight, and when it's pitch black you can't see as much, and doesn't make for great video, to be honest, when it's night driving. But as I've said before, you are going to have to drive some of it at night. That's just a fact of life. So okay, so it looks like we've got to go up here and round to the left. I'm deliberately keeping the speed down a bit there. Oh, we are Redbro. Is that place pronounced? A Redbro? We'll be in the area of the Scandinavian DLC, possibly added to by Promods. Promods adds stuff in quite a lot of the map, I think. So again, that AI car was out in that lane. Now he's moved back into this lane, so maybe he moved out there specifically because we were indicating to move out. Which is what it should do, really, let's face it. So you get the cruise control set. Right, sign for Centrum. I'd imagine there's a Redbro Centrum. Big building to our left there. Big tower of some sort. So I'm not sure how far it is to the ferry now, but I would hope not too far. Still got 7 hours almost of driving time, and I would hope that would be enough to get us there. Sodatalji, or however that's pronounced, is quite near where the ferry is, and it was on the signpost there, so I think we are getting there. Passing some more services here. Again, I think I'm going to leave fuel until the other side of the ferry crossing. It's on half a tank, so I don't think we're going to have any problems with fuel getting to the crossing, so I think we should be able to fill up once we're the other side. Apart from getting to the ferry, it should also be fairly straightforward journey, I would hope. Quite an interesting journey though. If we're heading down to Belarus, and we might be going through Poland along the way, possibly. Might even be Poland that the ferry connects us to. I'm not sure. We'll have a look when we get there. For the moment, just need to concentrate on getting there, really. We've got a left turn here. Another one of those tight slip roads. They really are quite narrow. Makes you wonder with the oversized load mod how you can get up a few of those, because if you've got quite a wide load, unless of course the game doesn't include the edges of the wide load in terms of what's going to hit the barriers. If your hitbox is the sort of same size as the standard is and the load just appears graphically wider, if you like, then maybe it's not a problem. Maybe that's how it works, I don't know. I would have to test a bit with an oversized load mod in, I think, and try and find out just how it works. It is getting pretty narrow here again. Quite a lot of narrow roads going across Sweden. Quite a lot of these where there's one lane one side and two lanes the other side, which is, I think I said before, is something we don't do in the UK really. You occasionally get a turning lane where there's a junction or something, but there seems to be quite a lot of those around as we go across Sweden. Okay, so now it's going two lanes our side and one the other side, so they've got the single narrow lane now. In terms of overall career, I think we're progressing quite well, and we're going to be somewhere, I'm going to say, somewhere around 90k after this journey, hopefully, in the bank. I don't think next truck in Volvo truck dealer was much before about level 16, I think. So that's a little way away. I think we're still level 10 at the moment, but I imagine we'll level up at least once as a result of this journey, possibly two. And then we just need to decide where we put them, where we put our points. I was thinking of ADRs, but I need some beacons before that. I want to make sure beacons are available first. I think there's potentially some sort of beacon available to us at this point. I have a vague recollection of level 12 in beacons. I'm not quite sure why that is. Go to an upgrade shop and have a look at some point. Get to our destination and need to rest again, then that would be an ideal chance to visit the shop and have a look and see what we can do in terms of beacons, and then possibly put some points onto ADR and start doing some of the more dangerous cargoes, which will add a bit more to the game. So start taking things like dynamite and corrosive acids and all sorts of chemicals and stuff like that. And I think I said in the previous video I did see a truck, an AI truck carrying radioactive cargo in one profile. I suspect that could be on the very highest ADR. Once you've maxed out all the ADR, that might be where you get to radioactive cargoes, possibly. It's quite interesting. I'm not sure exactly what the radioactive cargo is. Perhaps it's spent nuclear fuel or something. But, yeah. Equally, I'm not sure where you're taking it to be honest. It seems it gets buried somewhere or something. But, if it goes to a quarry, that's a possibility. Okay, so we're near this place where I think there might be ferry crossings from. Soda, whatever. Helsingborg on the signposts. I'm sure that we want that though. Okay, we're going round here by the look of it. Follow the road round to the left. Ah, we're at Stockholm by the look of it. So I think we are getting close to the ferry now. Don't think it was all that far from Stockholm. Be nice to see a sort of distance to. So is Soda some whatever? Is that Swedish name for Stockholm? Or are there just two cities, towns, whatever, very close to each other there? Not sure. Looks like they're either side of the road, so maybe there are two very close to each other. Okay, so go over the speed limit again. Right, that's better. Back into the 50 speed limit now. Don't see anything on the signpost yet for where we're getting the ferry. I think it's Ventspils. Which again, I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but I think that's where we're getting the ferry. Stockholm discovered. Capital of Sweden discovered. Another one to the list. Go on, mate. Let me dip in behind you. That's it. Okay, so hopefully this is the road down to the ferry. Hopefully. I'm right to think we're getting close to the ferry now. Really want to make it without having to rest again, ideally. Because we're going to get rest on the ferry, so... Hello, strange piece of road here. Interesting, okay. A junction off in the middle of the tunnel. A bit different. How are we doing for time? Still got 4 hours. That should be enough, I would have thought. Do have to watch the area I'm roundabout sometimes. You're getting a queue of traffic behind me, but I do like overtaking you on the roundabout, which technically you shouldn't do. British Highway Code at the very least says don't overtake on roundabouts. And I would have thought generally that's a bit dangerous to do, but there you go. Ooh, a big globe type building there, I'm not sure what that is. It's a quality hotel. That's an interesting building, I wonder what that was. Didn't see anything come up about landmark tours. I haven't seen anything come up about that achievement as yet, so I don't know if we've been anywhere to see any of the landmarks, whatever they are. Again, I haven't found a list which says exactly what's included in that achievement, but I guess we'll get it when we get it, sort of thing. If you drive around enough of the map, eventually you're gonna achieve these things, hopefully. Nynäsham? Was Nynäsham possibly? whatever, that's where we are. Could be another city discovered here potentially. We're right on the edge of the city, so yeah, there you go, look. That's another one. So we're discovering a few cities on this route, more than on previous routes really. Oh, now is that a big boat? No, is that a ferry? I think we're at the ferry, guys. I think we're at the ferry. Excellent. So, I saw that big boat sitting to my left and thought that looks a bit like a ferry. And indeed it is. So, all we need to do, by the look of it, is go down to the far end here to get into the ferry port. I guess it's here. Few people standing around outside that house. They live very close to the ferry, don't they? And so we need to go this way. Ooh, we need to hit that. Looks like we've got to go around that way. Sign says lorries this way. So it looks like we've got to head around here. Could be a drive on to the ferry one. Looks like it is. So let's just follow this round. "19-mile-an-hour limit in the ferry pool. It's not unreasonable. A few lorries on the ferry already. And we've got to go on here. So we're driving on to the ferry. Cool. Like that. Bet we're just driving up to the anchor symbol in the ferry port somewhere. It's quite cool to drive on to the ferry. Oh, look at that in front of us. Okay, so I'm just going to escape out and just have a quick look at the world map. I just want to see where we're supposed to go. Oh, we're going to Ventspils. Obviously, from Ventspils, we're actually going to Ventspils. That's cool. So we're going to want that. £664. And this should all count as rest time. So with a bit of luck, we've got a full 11 hours when we get the other side. Have a look. Yep, we have. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, is end the video there. And on the next one, we will complete our journey, hopefully, down into Belarus. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe for more ETS2 updates, and I'll see you next time. In the meantime, take care, happy trucking. Bye now.